So, number four, four. I think it's four now. Yes. So we had Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Crouching Tiger, and now we're gonna do The Matrix. Now, The Matrix and all of its sequels and spin-offs and all that. I'm not going to go into all of the Matrixes because I think we did Cowcat reviews dealing with these movies, and if we didn't, at some point we could do a longer one. I think we would have done some short ones. As I'm not going to go into why the sequels sucked necessarily, but I'm going to go into the martial arts aspect of it because because yes, okay. The first Matrix movie was a dazzling special effects spectacular, where the premise was that it's a distant future, and humanity has been subjugated by the machines. Everybody's jacked into the internet in the machine world, and they're in this Matrix. The Matrix, yes. And in the Matrix, if you become the chosen one, you can do martial arts and use guns and kick butt and destroy other programs. So Neo becomes the savior of the thing, and he runs around doing that. And Smith is after him. So, yeah. And we have Trinity, the girl, too. So they were the Trinity. Duh. So yes, and we have Morbius as well. Morpheus, the morphine man, yes. Morpheus and, the Matrix. The exciting martial arts, but very much a product of the Wire Fu era, very much a product of the special effects era. They weren't trying to make it realistic. It was fantasy, very high fantasy. The sequels, I will say a little bit about them, tried to get too pretentious, I think. I think the end of the first one would have been fine. Just stop there, say it, system error, it's over. That would have been fine. They continued it though. They continued it along a bunny trail, a path that they did not need to do. But they went there, and the Wachowski brothers, siblings. Back then they were brothers. Now they're sisters, I guess. They have transformed into... Well, one of them transformed into a girl, and the other one did. Now, recently. So, after the way over, though. A while later. But yes, The Matrix. The first one was good. It was very groundbreaking. It inspired all kinds of other things. It was not the first thing to do it, though. Johnny Mnemonic was the William Gibson thing. William Gibson is one of the guys who started the cyberpunk era. Although Johnny Mnemonic itself is not that great a movie. It's kind of got a similar guy in it. Similar savior guy with a computer chip in his head. Less budget and lower budget. This is sort of like, oh, we're going to rip that off, but we're going to do it better than they did. The Matrix doesn't really have an original bone in its body, actually. Except maybe the subjugation thing. But no, if you go back... No, the War of the Machines, the subjugation thing, Terminator. Terminator's not even the original. You take Terminator and you go back to Harlan Ellison and Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. So you got those ideas from that, like Cameron did. So yeah, you don't really have an originality there. It's not original. So they got full of themselves, and the studio let them do another one, The Matrix 2 Reloaded. And in Reloaded, they go to a nightclub, and scary things happen, and the machines get tripped out, and they mention a town called Zion, city called Zion they have to go to. And there's a lot of exposition, and there's a Frenchman that just appears for no reason, and there's an architect guy later who tries to explain it all through the mystics of probably lots of psychoentropic enhancing drugs. And yeah, that's how they must have done something. But then it ends with this really ridiculous cliffhanger in which he somehow has control of the machines. And everybody thought, that we were not the only one. So everybody thought, okay, this is a different level of the Matrix. He's not going to go into the real world. It's just more of the game. Which would have been a way cooler ending. But no, Matrix Revolutions blew that. And said, no, it is the real world. And they're going to go to Zion and have a big battle there. Like, what? Not so much special effects and action and stuff. The second one did feature the 101 freeway thing. They built a freeway in Fremont, an extra freeway, a piece of freeway. I've seen it. When they were filming that was very cool. But yes, yeah. So that was awesome. I've seen other movies as well being filmed here. Mad City and Flubber, but they were not the best of movies, so whatever. Yes. Star Trek 4 was being filmed in San Francisco, but I was only a teenager when that happened, so I was not on the set of that. But I knew somebody that had been later on, who was older than me at the time that had been there later on. Yes, but Mad City was filmed at the college at San Jose State. And so was Flubber. Parts of Flubber were filmed there. And yes, we were there on the set of, but not in the movie. Don't look for us. We're not in the movie. We just walked by the set while they were filming it. Yes. But as for the 101 scene, yes, we also went by that set, which was really cool. I did not get to get in. They said, no, close set, can't go in. So they tried. Anyway, so the 101 scene from part 2. And then part 3, they did everything in the computer, so it's different. Part 3, he becomes Jesus to the space aliens. And even the hyper-Christian group was like, that's stupid. And it was very stupid. And Trinity dies, but she didn't have to because it was a program. They could have just said the whole thing was part of the program, and then it would have been fine. Nobody would have died. They didn't need to because they were all programs. Yes, they could have done that, but they didn't. Got all existential and weird at the end. Oh, we make a rainbow for Neo. It's all, what? What is going on? How did they get religious but then not? The Matrix sequels. Anyway, I just went over the 3 Matrix movies. Not that they were any good, but that the first one was good. Yeah. So there you go. Yes, the first one, it was martial arts. The other 2, not so much. Second one had lots of Smiths. Third one had lots more Smiths. Oh well. So yes, yeah, not so much anymore, huh? Yeah, Matrix.